Loser by Jerry Spinelli. Chapter 10, Part 1. Atrocious. Second grade is no more than a minute old when Zinkoff gets off on the wrong foot with his teacher. He asks her how many days of school there are left. Not in this year, but in all remaining 11 years. The teacher, whose name is Mrs. Biswell, thinks it is the most annoying, untimely question she has ever heard. Here she is, all bright and shiny for the first day, and this kid in the front row can't wait till he graduates from high school. It's insulting and disrespectful. She comes closer than she ever has before to saying, "That's a dumb question." Instead, she says, "Don't worry about it. You'll be out of school soon enough." Zinkoff has no intention of worrying about it, and he certainly doesn't want to be out of school. He simply wants to hear her say a really big number in the thousands so he can feel that his days in school will never come to an end. He has thought every teacher starts out the school year like Miss Meeks, but now he guesses he was wrong. In the meantime, he's packed off to the far back corner, last seat, the boondocks, as Mrs. Biswell assigns seats by first letter, last name. The next bad thing he does is laugh. This might have been okay, but Zinkoff, being Zinkoff, he doesn't stop laughing. And when he does stop, it isn't long before he begins again. Part of this is his own fault. Zinkoff is an all-purpose laugher. Not only do funny things make him laugh, but nearly anything that makes him feel good might also make him laugh. In fact, sometimes bad things make him laugh. He laughs as naturally as he breathes. One day in the playground, a third grader, angered by the sound of Zinkoff laughing, grabs Zinkoff by the wrist and pulls his arm behind his back. The higher he pulls the wrist toward the shoulder blade, the louder Zinkoff laughs, even through his tears. In the end, the third grader becomes frightened and gives up. Of course, Zinkoff's classmates know what an easy laugher he is, so whenever they wish to be entertained, all they have to do is get Zinkoff's attention and stick out a tongue or pretend to pick and flick a booger. For half the class, the entertainment is not in hearing Zinkoff laugh, but in seeing him get in trouble. Mrs. Biswell does not like children. Although she never says this, everyone knows it. Everyone wonders why someone who does not like children ever became a teacher in the first place. As the years have gone by, Mrs. Biswell herself has begun to wonder. Once a year at home, she wonders aloud why she ever became a teacher, but there is never an answer from her husband or her 3 cats. It is widely believed that Mrs. Biswell never smiles. In fact, this is not true. Mrs. Biswell smiles perhaps 5 or 6 times a year, but her face is so stone-chiseled into a permanent scowl that her smile appears to be merely a tilting of the scowl. It is therefore impossible to tell if Mrs. Biswell is really mad by looking at her face. The key is in her hands. Anger makes hooks of her fingers and clamps her hands together. As her anger rises, the gnarled hands begin to churn over each other, as if she is washing them in gritty soap.